Now that the CFP selection committee has chosen their 12 teams to go to the college football playoffs, I'm going to predict what the games are going to turn out, and I'm going to predict the eventual national champion. So let's start out with Oregon and James Madison, where as much as I want to pick a group of five team to win, even though Oregon lost a bunch of their coaching pieces, they are still the better team. So I'm going to go with Oregon to win this game. Oklahoma versus Alabama. Oklahoma's defense has been their grace this year, and Alabama has looked off and on, especially after they got demolished by Georgia in the SEC title game. And all in all, I think we can just trust Oklahoma a little more to move on. And then next we have Ole Miss taking on Tulane. Tulane is the other group of five team that made it into the playoffs. Yes, we had two with Tulane and James Madison. Ole Miss also losing coaching pieces, and Tulane losing their coach soon as well. I still trust Ole Miss to be the better team. Texas A&M versus Miami is probably going to be the closest game this round, in the first round. I think this game will be really, really close, actually. But I think the crowd at the Aggie land is going to be too much for Miami to overcome. And then the quarterfinals get into the bowl games. We have Texas Tech taking on Oregon. Texas Tech should win this all the way. They are definitely the better team. Same thing with Indiana versus Oklahoma. Indiana is just more skilled on both sides of the ball than Oklahoma is. Oklahoma has been dealing with more injuries than Indiana has. Georgia and Ole Miss. This game, I think, will be really good. This game will be cinema, but I trust Georgia more than Ole Miss. Ohio State versus Texas A&M. With the way Ohio State looked in the Big 12 title game, and even though Texas A&M also lost their last regular season game, Texas A&M is coming off a good win, and Ohio State's coming off nothing. So I think A&M will have the motivation to win this game. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I'm an A&M fan, and this probably looks like bias, and a little bit, but I think this could genuinely be a solid scenario that will happen. In the semifinals, we have Indiana taking on Texas Tech. This game, if this occurs, is going to be amazing. I'm going to watch this game. Texas Tech skilled on defense, Indiana skilled on offense and defense. Texas Tech's offense is probably a little slower than Indiana's, which I think will come into a little bit of play. Indiana, knowing they're undefeated, knowing they're the best team, are going to take down Texas Tech in my eyes and move to the national championship. And then Georgia taking on Texas A&M. Now, both of these teams are national title contenders in the SEC. A lot of people thought that Georgia was the only one, but if you really look at how A&M played and how a lot of SEC teams played and how they've dealt with stuff like that, they can go as far as a national championship. And I think this game will be very close, probably a very high scoring game. But defenses on both sides of the ball are amazing. Offenses are also amazing. I'm going to go with A&M, though, to go to the national championship. And then the national championship is probably a little lopsided in one team's favor, and that's pretty obvious. Indiana is just godly on both sides of the ball. It's insane what they can do, and A&M will have trouble keeping up with that. And they know, and A&M can commits more mistakes than Indiana does, but it's close on that end. But anyway, I think Indiana will be the college football national champion this year.